Hey up everyone, welcome to the video. I hope you're all well. Tonight I'm going to be bringing you my round 8 tips for the 2021 Betfred Super League competition. Last week there was a few upsets and there's some good games. So let's start with the first game, which is on Thursday night, 27th of May. It's between Salford and Warrington. This game is being played at the AJ Bell Stadium, which is a home game for Salford, and it's live on Sky Sports. Kick-off at 7:45. So if you got Sky Sports, tune in for this game. Salford had a heartbreaking loss last week against Wigan, and Warrington had a very good win. So Salford, once again, the last couple of weeks they've lost by a point. They lost by a point in the Challenge Cup. They lost by a point against last year's runners-up. Warrington looking very good at the moment. I'm going to go for Warrington to win this game. I think that they're going to win 13 plus over Salford. Sorry to Nick from Australia, but I just think that Warrington are travelling quite well at the moment, and I think they'll get the victory. The first game on the Friday sees Castleford up against Leeds. This one's being played at Wheldon Road. Castleford had a loss last week, and so did Leeds. Both teams going to this game with a loss last week. Leeds have slowly started to get some players back. They've had Luke Gale back. For Castleford, they started the year off really well. They've kind of hit a little bit of a wall, but I'm going to go for Castleford to win this game 1-12. I think playing at home at Wheldon Road and with the fans back, I think that Castleford's going to get the victory over Leeds. I think the fans are going to bring it home. The main game on the Friday sees St Helens up against Hull FC, and this one's being played at the Totally Wicked Stadium. Kick-off is at 7:15, and this is the Sky Sports game. So if you got Sky, tune into this one. Should be one of the games of the round. St Helens had their first loss of the year last week against the Catalans Dragons, and Hull FC had a very hard-fought victory over Leeds. For St Helens, Regan Grace is out of this match, but with St Helens, they were bound to lose a game eventually, and it just happened to be against the Catalans Dragons. Hull FC have had a good start to the year, and they've been playing all right. I think for this game, though, St Helens are going to bounce back. It's not going to be an easy game for St Helens, but I think that they're going to bounce back. I'm confident that they will, and that's why I'm going to go for St Helens to beat Hull FC on the Friday by 6 points. On Saturday, the first game is between the Catalans Dragons and Wigan, potentially the game of the round. This one's being played at Stade Brutus. Kick-off is at 6 o'clock France time and 5 o'clock in the afternoon for us in England. So the Catalans Dragons have only lost the one game this year, playing very well, sat in third place. They beat the back-to-back premiers last week, St Helens, over in France. Wigan are the only undefeated team left in the Super League this year. They had a 1-point victory over Salford. I think that this is the game of the round. It's going to be a really good game, but I'm going to go for Wigan to win by 4 points. Wigan are a great side, and I think that they'll be right up for this match, and I'm confident that they can get the win over Catalan. But it's going to be a really tight game, really tight physical game, and Le Catalan are proven really hard to beat over in France. So we'll see how Wigan go, but I'm pretty sure they'll get the victory. The next game is on the Sunday. It's the first of 2 games on the Sunday. The first one is between Wakefield Trinity and Huddersfield. This one's kicking off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon at Bellevue. Wakefield finally got a win last week, and for Huddersfield, they thrashed Leigh. Huddersfield has slowly been climbing up the table. Very slow start to the year, but they've come back strong. And Wakefield had a good win over Hull KR over the weekend. Joe Needley was at that game. For this match, I'm going to go for Huddersfield to win. I'm going to go for them to win 1-12. I think Wakefield would have got a lot of confidence after that win over Hull KR, but I just think that Huddersfield, the way that they're travelling, will get the job done over Wakefield on the Sunday. And the final game to close out the round sees Hull Kingston Rovers up against Leigh. This one is kicking off at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's at Craven Park, so Hull KR's home ground. Hull KR had a slow start to the year. They're slowly starting to pick up, but last week it took a bit of a setback with that loss against Wakefield. Leigh are the only winless side in the Super League so far this year. I think probably the closest that they've come to a victory so far in the Super League in their return is against Wigan in round 1. They played 30 good minutes, and then ever since then it's been downhill all year for Leigh. For this game, with the way that Leigh are playing, I'm going to go for Hull KR to win 13 plus. I think Hull KR are a much better team, and I think how they've been playing over the last couple of weeks, they will get the job done over Leigh. So I'm going to go for Hull KR to win 13 plus. So anyway, that's my tips for round 8 of the Betfred Super League competition for 2021. Hope you enjoyed that video. Let me know your comments and your tips in the section below. Anyway, this is Rugby League History signing off, and I'll catch us all later in the next video. Alright, tatty bye now.